Welcome to Frontline Conversations. Today we have Tamil Nadu's Finance Minister, Mr. Thangam Thennarasu with us. Welcome, sir, to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this opportunity.
My pleasure. Let's get into your budget that you presented recently. Budget is a collection of numbers and generally reflects a broad brush strokes of what the ideology of the party which is presenting the budget is. This time the budget appeared a little different. We kind of saw a Tamil scholar standing there and delivering a budget speech, who is also a historian. So you brought in all those elements. In your speech, you drew on the former Chief Minister, Mr. Annadurai's Mabarum Tamil Kanavu, or the Grand Tamil Dream. You have said that the budget rests on 7 pillars, much like the colors of the rainbow. Can you elaborate on this and also comment if this constitutes the Dravidian model, these 7 colors?
Yeah, I would like to say that budget is not a mere bundle of statistics or numbers. Budget should always have the reflections of the lives of the people. So that is what is more important. So that is what is being derived from our great grand leaders like Peraringer Anna or Kalaignar. So they have always taught us that when you really devise a plan or when you come up with a program or with a scheme, you should always bear it in your mind that it is for the welfare of the people of the state. So that should get the utmost importance and priority. And based on which we have devised 7 goals, as you have rightly told. Those goals, as explained in the budget, is basically it is revolving around the betterment of the lives of the people and give them the space, give them the quality of life, and give them the rights they actually deserve. And of course, we also talk loud about the social justice. So, social justice is the basic fulcrum. And this budget should touch upon the lives of all the people from various walks of life, especially the marginalized group. So, with this, we have really woven this budget, giving due importance to your history, your language, your Tamil space, as well as the lives of the people of Tamil Nadu. This is how we have devised it.
So how difficult is it to devise a budget when you have all these lofty ideals, social justice, empowerment of women, making sure that the youth get a rightful place in society, environmentalism to the extent possible? How do you weave in all these things into a budget with all these constraints?
Yeah, the constraints is mainly the resources. The budget, as you know very well, Tamil Nadu has got a lot of constraints with respect to the resources we have in terms of the budget allocations. Otherwise, we have our own dream, the Mabarum Tamil Kanavu, which we have always said. So, we have a dream, a very solid dream for the lives of the people of Tamil Nadu, especially for the women folk, the marginalized group, for the youth. So, they are the generations, and the students, of course. So, when we really plan our budget, we thought that, and we were very keen that the benefit of this budget should reach to every section of the society, especially these sections which I have already mentioned. So, though we wanted to be very generous towards them, but though we were not be in a position to really allocate more funds to them, but still we were very keen that at least their grievances are addressed. They have been taken into cognizance, that the government is really concerned about their lives. So this message we wanted to send, and we have made adequate funds, I would say, if not profound allocation of the budgetary allocations.
So if I can just take 2 of those dreams involving women, one is the free bus pass, the other is the 1,000 rupees that you allocate for women. These 2 itself come to a huge outlay in the budget.
True.
Now, are you able to fulfill this dream without compromising on capital works, which is one of the allegations from the opposition itself, that you are cutting down on capital expenditure and doing more on the revenue side?
No. We have not cut down our capital expenditure, because for any economy which is a developing economy, capital expenditures are more important. So we are not compromising on the capital expenditure profit. The capital expenditure has slightly come down because of the 2 continuous consecutive disasters we had. So that was the main culprit. That is why the the allocation for capital expenditures, the funds were not spent on time. That is why the capital expenditure has slightly dipped down. It is not that we have compromised on the capital source. We have really spent a lot. In fact, we have allocated, earmarked more funds for the metro rail project, for example, I would say. A huge amount has already been given to them. 12,000 crores is being planned for it. So, which means what? The government is always very much interested. If you take the construction projects across the state, and few of the projects which are funded by the Tamil Nadu government to Tangentco for their projects. So, if you all put together, you will be in a position to understand that the government is not compromising on spending on a capital expenditures.
So that takes me to the next question, wherein you have everybody from the Prime Minister talking about Revdi, freebies, and whereas we think in Tamil Nadu as these being welfare schemes, that is the government of Tamil Nadu thinks. So is this a drain on an exchequer? Which would you classify as a Revdi? Is it possible to classify anything that the government of Tamil Nadu is doing today as Revdi?
No. No. The government of Tamil Nadu is not doing anything for gravity or as you have told. We are concerned about the welfare of the scheme. I mean, if you take this Kalaignar Magadir Urimai Thittam, Kalaignar Magadir Urimai scheme, by which we give 1,000 rupees to the women folk, it is not, you cannot construe this to be a freebie. So this is for the welfare of the particular families. Only with the families when they can thrive. Only if the women folk are empowered, when they get the economical independence only, the society will thrive and improve it. So you cannot just like that you can term it as a thing. For example, you take this free bus ride for the women folk, it's called Vidiyal Payanam. So every woman who takes this bus ride, they are in a position to save at least 900 rupees
per month.
900 rupees per month. So that is a great amount for them. So it is really helpful to them when your gas cylinder prices is going up, then they would be in a position to meet out those expenses. So somehow you are giving them a helping hand to meet out their day-to-day expenses. The government is really reaching them to help them out to improve their economy.
And you probably saw this Niti Ayog's report. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a poverty line in the report that was published yesterday in the newspapers. But suddenly the Niti Ayog chairman says that 5% of India is under poverty line and the rest of the people are all above the poverty line. Does a poverty line exist in Tamil Nadu, and if so, how many people or what percentage is below the poverty line, and what are you doing for that section of people?
The Niti Ayog says that it is 5% across the state, and as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, Niti Ayog says that it is only 2.2, which is well below the national average. But still, I would like to say that the poverty line itself needs to be defined properly. It has not yet been defined. Who is below actually the poverty line, and what actually is poverty line, and who are all below it and who are all above it. Yeah. That needs to be really defined properly. But as such, Niti Ayog says by the mechanism that they have got at present, they say that Tamil Nadu is well within the below the national average. It's 2.2. So which means we are really doing good job for poverty elimination.
And on allocation of funds itself from the center, there have been lots of exchanges. Chief Minister has written, you have written, and the Chief Minister even recently said that not a single pie has come for the floods and all of that. So is there a mechanism to sort out this kind of discrepancy? Because you see ministers in the central government, Nirmala Sitharaman, L. Murugan, BJP President Annamalai, all saying that all the funds have been given and we keep giving funds to Tamil Nadu, and it's the government of Tamil Nadu which is not utilizing it properly.
No, I would like to again make it very clear. I have already made it very clear when I spoke during the budget session. I have also made it clear during my interviews. Till date, we have not received even a penny from the union government towards the disaster relief, flood reliefs. Till date, I have not received even a single naya paisa from them. I would like to go on record. Again, I would like to reiterate that all the, the claims which are being made by the BJP or from the central government ministers, it's actually not correct. We are quite disappointed because CM has already written to the Prime Minister, and we have been continuously, repeatedly making requests to them. The Central Committee, they came. Subsequently, the Union Ministers also, they visited. A delegation led by the all-party delegation led by Mr. T.R. Balu, they went and met the Prime Minister. Even after taking all these steps, nothing has come from them. Because it is not for the government, it is the people of Tamil Nadu, they have suffered a lot. Everyone knows that it was a two disasters, as very massive disasters, and we have not been properly supported from the union government. Whatever we have received, it is only the regular routine allotment of the second installment of the disaster. There is no specific fund which is being released towards this particular disasters. Whereas for other states like Gujarat and for Karnataka, during previous occasions, the government of India, they have supported them. They have released funds. For reasons best known to them, I don't know, they have not supported Tamil Nadu. Why? Why people of Tamil Nadu are being penalized? So that is our question. It is not fair. We are in a union government, we are in a federal setup where one particular state gets everything they want, and another state is being denied what they actually deserve. So this is a problem. So we wanted to see this.
Prime Minister Modi, when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, had a very great solution for this. And he said, we will stop paying taxes to the centre if the centre is unwilling to devolve money to the extent that the state requires. Any thoughts on that? What would the state do?
They should now recall their own words, and they should really understand the grievances of the state, which is now being, which is really starving for funds, especially for really to meeting, because whatever relief that we have given to the people of Chennai or the people of southern states, it's all being funded through the state exchequer. It is our own state money. So they should now recall their own words and try to really understand the feeling and the grievances, the woes of the people of Tamil Nadu, and now they should support us in terms of allocating funds for us.
In the reply to the budget debate, you mentioned you were unsure if there was a Rama Rajya at any point of time, but the Dravidian model Rajya, good governance, was a way of life in Tamil Nadu. Doesn't the reference to Rama Rajya or Kamaraj rule or any of those icons refer to another path to good governance?
See, what I said, I was not aware of Rama Rajya because I was not part of the Rama Rajya at that time, very well. Because as per the Puranas, as per the legends, Ram was believed to have born during the Treta Yuga. So we are now in Kali Yuga. So I am born in Kali Yuga, and I am not in a position to say what could have happened in Treta Yuga, which is so many thousands of years back. So that is what I told. So I didn't want to really, my intention was not to belittle any belief system. I would like to make it very clear. But I was never born when Rama ruled this country. So I was actually not aware of it. But I am now, this Dravidian model government, I am part and parcel of this government. So I am very much aware of actually what is going, and I can confidently say these are all the welfare measures being taken. This is one. And as far as Kamaraj's rule is concerned, Kamaraj's rule was a good rule because it has, everyone has seen, there are records, everyone has seen, those who have been part of it or who have seen this rule, they are still, most of them are alive. So Kamaraja did a very good governance, and yes, of course, which is again followed by us. So this Raj continues. After all, we had British Raj.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
Yes, during Kamaraj's period, if you take, immediately after the British Raj, it was Kamaraj Rajya.
Yeah.
So they were concentrating more on the 5-year plan, more on the establishing for the major projects. But this particular Dravidian model government, we are now concerned on the social justice. We must be very sympathetic towards the social conditions of the people. We must really address to the marginalized group. So this is what is our priority.
Moving on, looking at another place that you are very, very fond of, archaeological excavations. What is the idea behind providing significant funding for archaeological excavations and celebrating the centenary of the discovery of the Indus Valley civilization? If this kind of history, is it competitive politics, is it based on competitive politics, or is it really a genuine love for history and
No,
excavation?
there is no competitive politics. We don't have any narrative to really pitch it before any other civilization or any other narrative. They have got their own belief system, but we would like to go on the facts. And we have been repeatedly saying, and we are very sure that the history of India should have been written from the banks of river Kaveri, instead of being written from the banks of river Ganges. So this has been our constant thing. That is again now scientifically supported from the findings through the excavations we have carried out, be it in Keladi or it in Adichanallur or it in anywhere else across the state where the excavations are going. Tamil Nadu is the only state in India which has provided 5 crores for the excavations of the sites. Every year we have been allotting it. This year also we have allotted funds for excavations in 8 places across the states. Start again in the 8th phase and 8th or 9th phase in Keladi, and new sites have also been identified for excavations. Essentially, this is not pitched or this is not placed as a competitive narrative to any other narratives or any other beliefs. We want to go by the facts, and we say there exists a civilization much before. If you take the Iron Age, now it has been scientifically proved that the Iron Age existed in Tamil Nadu some 3000 years back, even before it came to existence in the Gangetic plains. So this is because it has always been sidelined. Those facts have always been masked so far, and it is now our bounden duty to really unmask them and bring the facts to the society, and we now leave it to the scientific society to really do the due diligence and come up with the facts. So we are now presenting our facts before the society to the enlightened masses to really to give them to make a study on this and give us the right directions.
One more budget question. In the Hindu Business Line newspaper, soon after you presented the budget, says that the center has started to use the levers at its disposal to bring about greater accountability in states and make state budgets more transparent. This is evident from the Tamil Nadu budget for 2024-25. The state was forced to provide 17,117 crore for funding the loss of TANGEDCO from its budget for 23-24 and provide 14,442 crores for the expenditure in the next financial year. I have 3 questions from this actually. One, the general approach of the union governments towards states when it comes to electricity board specifically. 2, the moves to tighten states' borrowing capacity. And 3, the state of power sector across India.
See, as far as the power sector is concerned, Tamil Nadu has been really doing good. When it comes to the green energy, we are the number 1 in the state. So we have been really doing good, and we have also brought in so many reforms. We are now in the process of unbundling the entire TANGEDCO system, and we are now in the process of bringing in a new company for the green energy productions. So we are also doing some sort of a restructuring for the transmission and for the power generations too. This is one part. When it comes to the question of the union government bringing in so many conditions, yes, they are now trying to really clip our borrowing limits. They impose so many conditions to it. They say that we will have to now fund TANGEDCO. The government of Tamil Nadu should really fund TANGEDCO. So last year we have funded about 17,000 crores for TANGEDCO. This year also we will have to now infuse a huge fund of 14,000 crores. It's a great drain for the state's exchequer. So if we are not doing it, then they will say that will be now deducted from our borrowing limits. So that is the biggest constraint on us. This they should not have done. So I have also explained this in the assembly as to how we are suffering just because of the conditions. Just because if we are not paying this much amount to TANGEDCO, then we will be the losers. So this is what it is. If that is not done, then we would have saved a great amount for this. About 20,000 crores we would have saved then that could have been really spent for the welfare of the state. Now we are helpless.
So you have also been electricity minister for a brief while. So what is your sense of how to deal with this electricity boards itself? You know, they tried separating the distribution from the generation and all of that. Has that really helped, or is there any other way forward for electricity boards? It's the same story across India.
Yeah, with this unbundling exercise, this will also help to a great extent, we believe. So that will help us really to have green energy part of it. Then we will also increase the efficiency of the working of the other two major organizations like the generation units or the Transco, the distribution agency. So essentially that will improve the efficiency of these two organizations. So whatever reforms that we are bringing in, that should really tell upon the efficiency of the system. We are hopeful that this will really help us.
The other problem is with transport. The state transport corporations are unable to provide the kind of services they used to provide at one point of time. I used to remember Chair and Transport Corporation, for instance, was the best supposed to be the best in India at one point of time, did very well. And then, everything becomes SCTC and all of that. And now it appears that Tamil Nadu also, when it comes to transport corporations, the same boat as every other state. What is the way forward in this? Is it only privatization? Is that the only answer?
It is not so. You don't need to really privatize it. You will have to only make the optimum use of the buses, because we are now connecting all the unserved villages. So state-owned bus transports, we connect to the remote villages, whereas the private owners, they don't do it. They will serve the routes which are only profitable to them. But we are serving to the nook and corner of the state, even small villages, and so many services also provided, number one. Number two, I would say that this state-owned buses, we need to really replace them, for which we need to really buy more buses. We need to really recruit people, drivers, conductors, for which we need to really pay them more. So overheads are really more when it comes to the state-owned services. We are now in the process of really bringing in some restructuring for the state-owned. So eventually I am very hopeful that that will all be in a good shape shortly.
Lastly, you are also one of the main spokespersons for the party itself. Now, when you are going into an election, I mean, it's just a matter of time, maybe in another 10 days' time, we will know when the elections will be held. What will be your main pitch? Is it the Dravidian model? Is it the negative campaign surrounding Narendra Modi and the BJP government? What will be the main focus of the party going forward?
We will be only focusing on the good thing that we have provided to the state. 3 years we are completing, and these are all the welfare schemes which we have brought, and we have fulfilled most of our poll promises. And this is the good governance we have given you. So this will be our pitch against them. Unlike the BJP or any other party, we are not interested in hatred politics. We are concerned only about the welfare of the state, and we will project it.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.